Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Real quick, when I say live, what I mean is I'm recording myself right now in real time, seeing information, seeing the data for the very first time. In other words, I don't know what's coming next. So to honor your time, if you are looking for a video where the person's got hindsight in their favor and they're doing a trade recap or something like that, this won't be a video for you. But if you are open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty, dirty look into what it's like to be a day trader and how day trading can play out, I'm confident you'll find value in this video. So I will pause the recording software for now, and I'll be back at market open. All right, have an order for a put at 33.70. When I say put, I'm doing options. If you don't know what I mean by that, let me know in the comment section. Just put option guide, and I will link you to a guide that I put together called The Big Basics of Options. Totally free. It'll walk you through the basics of options. A lot of people make this stuff complicated, and it can be complicated, but there's also a simplistic approach, and I take more so the simplistic approach to things. So if that sounds like there'd be any value to you, then again, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. Just put guide, please, and I will gladly link you to that guide. So, all right, I'll go ahead and pause for now, but I'll keep a close eye on it. All right, gonna go ahead and try 4-1 now at 34.70. Got that at 34.70. Again, a put. Now a bit of a waiting game here. So out for a $20 loss. Not as good of an entry point as what I thought. And yeah, would have been okay. Maybe would have. I don't know if I would have gotten out or not. But $20 loss, I can reposition myself because you can always get back into the trade, and that's the plan here. Like I said, always can get back. So let's see, 29.70. So there we go. So we'll see if this thing wants to come up a bit more. But starting off the day with a losing trade of $20. All right, I will pause. Have an order at 33.50. That was the move I was looking for. So let's go to 32.70 now. All right, I'll pause. Have an order at 32.70 now. Got to go down to 31.70 now. Needs to come down a bit more. All right, I'll pause. Okay, coming down. And I'm in. And out for a very anticlimactic $50 trade. But just like that, my loss is wiped away. That's why just keep the losses small. Keep the losses small, and then you're not going to sit here needing huge, massive winners to wipe away the loss. So I am ready now at 28.10 to try again. If this move wants to keep coming down, I'll be ready once again at 28.10. So I'll pause for now. All right, going to go for call here at 32.70. Well, I was until it hesitated. So let's go to 31.70 now. Look for another push to the downside. All right, I will go ahead and pause for now. Have an order at 33.10. So close. 32.50. Oh, come on. All right, got to go to 31.70 now. Okay, going to go to 33.10 now. Actually, I just noticed something up on the 2 minute. So no, 31.70 I'm staying at. You can just notice this up on the 2 minute. Notice the pink line there. I think I'm going to try to play a rejection off of that. So let's see if it can work its way up to that area. In. Out for $80. If you blinked, you missed it. So, you know what? It actually didn't even hit it. So my timing was a little bit off. Got close, but never even actually hit the pink line. So technically speaking, that entry point wasn't where it should have been. It probably should have been about 31.70. Now, I'm not complaining, but that also goes to show that options are not always going to line up perfectly where you think the asset price is going to be. But I need to stop talking because I need to be ready to do this all over again. Let's now go to 29.70, just double checking. Yeah, 29.70. So if this wants to make a move up now through that area, of course, are being defined as the 2 minute 200 period moving average. But again, what we're looking at right here, this area, this is the 1 minute time frame. What I just showed you was the 2 minute time frame. So in other words, I'm using multiple time frame analysis. And that is exactly why I noticed the one dynamic on the 2 minute. I thought, wait a second, let me go and change my order, changed it, and then you saw me get $80, and I don't even think that was a 3 second trade. All right, I will pause for now, but I'll keep an eye on it. Have an order at 27.70 here for a put. I think my entry point was off on that one. All right. Yeah, all right. Well, never mind on that. My entry point wasn't even close at that price. All right, I'll pause. Have an order at 37.50. Getting very jumpy here. So I don't want to risk missing entry point, but all right, it's come back down a little bit, but I'll keep a close eye on it. I will pause though. Okay, maybe making the move here. Again, I'm at 37.50. Nope, that was the move. So let's go to 35.10 now. I'm at 35.10. I will pause. Okay, I've gone back to 37.50 here. All right, I'm now at 35.10. Let's see if we can get another jolt to the upside. There we go. Actually, let's do this. 34.70. 35.50. There we go. So I'm at 34.70. Got to go to 32.70 now. That was the move I wanted, and it did not hit me. So I now need another new surge to the upside. So I'll go ahead and pause. Have an order at 35.20 now, or excuse me, 35.70. In. and out for $60. So nice little scalp there. I think 60. Okay, next I want to see this thing up over 425.50 before I'd be interested again. So I will go ahead and pause, and if it wants to make a move up over that level, then I will look for another trade. Have an order at 31.70. Oh, so close to getting that, but yeah. So let's go to 29.70 now. All right, this needs to push up to about 425.85 is what I'm interested in. All right, I will pause. Okay, I'm at 29.70 and in at 29.70. No, I can't help right now. I don't know if the mic's picking up my daughter, but she's in here right now hanging out. So this thing is all over the place right now. And out for $30, I guess. You know, I don't know if you saw it, but I was thinking about trying to pick something up down around 27.50, another contract. Decided, well, it never really went down to where I was. So never mind, because I can't act like I would have gotten that and I would have had a even better position size, because that would be misleading, because I wouldn't have gotten filled anyway. So I guess it's an irrelevant point. But, you know, that's disappointing. I thought that was just a no-brainer entry point. I thought that was going to be like a 2-second trade, and it was a winning trade, but it took way longer, and I didn't even get what I was looking to go for. I wanted 60 on it, and I got 30. So, you know, the learning lesson there, and just a reminder for me is, you know, I don't care how good you think an entry point is going to be. Sometimes they're not as good as what you think they may be. All right, I got to stop talking though. Whoops. I want to change strike price here. Again, if you have no idea what I mean when I say the strike price, whoops, 32.50 we'll go to. So we'll see if it wants to pop up there, and I'll try again. I will go ahead and pause. Okay, I have an order at 27.70 here. And that was the move I was looking for, so we'll go to 20. Actually, time to change strike prices. Go to 33.50 here. So I need this thing to make another surge to the upside. I'll go ahead and pause. Okay, I have an order at 33.70. I wanted that blue line just off. All right, let's go to 32.70. Then we'll look to play a fake breakout of it. All right, I'll pause. Have an order at 32.10. In at 32.10. Gonna I'm in at 32.10. See what it wants to do. I'm at 32.30 right now. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. This is dragging out a longer. If it looks like I'm gonna be able to get out, or if I need to just take the loss, I'll get the video rolling. But right now, yeah, this thing is dragging out quite a bit. I'll pause. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to pick one up there at 30, and I got that. And I'll go ahead and pause, but maybe it's coming. All right, I'll pause. Well, yep, I'll pause. And I was not recording, and I missed the back half of that trade. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. I have no idea when I pause, but let me just walk through. All right, I'm going to pause. Let me get my marker on screen. All right, so I added a final one at 28. So I entered at 32.10, 30, 28. So got up to 3 contracts, and then I scaled out at 30.50, or first one was at 30.30, then 30.50, and then 38 and the last one, for a total of $150 on the score. And that is the power of entering with one contract. I know I've said this time and time again, but it's important because there's always a trade-off. You may have been sitting there saying, Clay, why are you only doing one contract? You made $50, you made $80. Like, okay, cool, but like one contract. Had you done 2 or 3 contracts, that would have been a whole lot more. And you're absolutely right. But the trade-off to that is you lose a lot of flexibility, because there's no way I'm going to start at 2 contracts and then go to 4 contracts and then go to 6 contracts. Having 6 contracts in this outside of my comfort zone. And I've learned that through when I first got started. But when you start with 1 contract, now think about it. It could sound bad, like, oh, wow, you added twice? Well, yeah, and it brought me up to a grand total of 3 contracts. So, that's always the give and take. If you start with 1 contract within the strategy that I'm using, you do give yourself some wiggle room. But if you start off with more, you're not going to have as much wiggle room. But to be fair, on the flip side, if you're right, you're going to make a lot more than what I would make. But so it's just a question for you. What do you value more? Do you want more money on the trade, or do you want more flexibility? And, there's no right or wrong, answer there. But that's really the question that you'll have to figure out, because there's always trade-offs. And that's why there's no perfect system, because sometimes it's worth it to have flexibility, as you kind of saw there. Other times, you didn't need any flexibility because you nailed it, and you would have been fine, and you would have gotten a much bigger win than $50. You know, it could have been $100 or $150 or $200. So that's always the question that needs to be contemplated. So, but overall, in that situation, I'm glad that I had the flexibility. Nothing got, didn't need to get crazy about anything. And it turned out just fine. So, all right, I will pause and I'll keep an eye on things, although it's noon, so probably go exercise or something. But we'll see what happens. I'll pause. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and wrap things up anyway. So $350 on the day, not bad. 2.5 hours of quote-unquote work. Granted, it's not like 2.5 hours was me sitting here glued to the screen, but I was around definitely. So, but you know what? I'm not sure many places in the world where you can make $350, well, with commissions, I don't know, let's call it $330. $330 in 2.5 hours. And maybe you look at that and say, that's not life-changing money. Like, who cares? And that's fine. Good. I mean, good for you that that's not, you must be very successful, which is fantastic. I'm happy for you. But for me, given that this is a side hustle, this is one of many streams of income, I will gladly take $330 for, a very minimal amount of time. But like I said, that's my opinion. That's my approach. Multiple income streams, have a bunch of side hustles. And this is one of those side hustles, one of those income streams. So for an income stream, putting $330 in my pocket, I'm no greedy savage. I will definitely take that. So if you enjoy these, go ahead, hit that like button, leave a comment below. And finally, again, if you are unsure of options and how they are working, the lingo, strike prices, call, put, all that sort of stuff, again, please comment, guide, please, and I will gladly link you to that free class that I put together. So everybody take care. Have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.